So I'm going to go over a couple of the answers on this first assignment. If I can find my copy here. Where did I put that? There we go. All right, so the first thing I wanted you to do was to just turn on the city layer here. So if it opens up into Legend, you have to go to Contents and turn on the city layer. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. You can also open up the Excel table and look at the names of those cities, but I didn't ask you to do that. So 7 cities was the answer. The population of Kalispell. So if you click on Kalispell and scroll down, it will give you the population for 2007. Right there. Let's see, what was the next? The distance. To measure the distance between 110 degrees and 115 degrees. So the idea is, if I zoom out here, I'm going to zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. We are halfway from the equator to the North Pole. Well, that's totally ugly. So now I'm going to zoom in. I might have to close this. Where am I now? So, I'm in China. Would have been easier to go the other way. But anyway, now I'm over Africa. Now where am I? I'm over the Atlantic. Oh, there's Florida. Where's Montana? Okay, here we go. Wow, that was a long journey. Okay, so here we are. And so the question was, if you were to travel from 110 west longitude to 115 west longitude, what would that distance in miles be? And so the closer you zoom in, the better. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I set it 115, so it's 45 degrees. I'm going to open up the measure tool. I'm going to measure a distance, and I'm going to measure in miles, which is fine. So I'm going to click on the 110 degree line and then click on my 115 degree line. Oops, and if I drag it, I get more units. So about 240, I think it was 44 point something, but I would take 240 to 245 miles for the answer for that one. Pretty easy there. Okay, oh, and now look at all of those. All right, let's get rid of those. Close it. All right, so the next question, so that was number 4. The next question was a little bit confusing, and so there were 2 options. There are actually 4 sets of push pins. One is the location set, so there's a push pin here, and there's a push pin here. And so those are the push pins associated with the location, and sadly I can't change the color, which is annoying. So to get the 2 coordinates for the location push pins, you're going to go back to measurement, click on the latitude and longitude button, and I'm going to get this one first. So actually, if I'm really zoomed in, it's going to be more like, let's get as close as we can. Okay, so 118. So 46 degrees north, 118 degrees west longitude for the southernmost pin. And for the other pin, I know a lot of you got dead on. This thing, it seems to be it should scroll the other way. Okay, so, oh, come on. There we go. Really? Most of you got 107. Oh, there it was. Okay, so 48 degrees north and 107 degrees west, or negative 107. The other option was if you just kind of missed that direction and you gave me the 2, where are we? Come on. There we go. And you gave me these two pin locations. It would have been 46, 47, 48 degrees north latitude and a negative 121. Oh, Lord, I'm tired. 113 west longitude, and then the southern pin would have been 46 degrees and minus 113 west longitude. So either of those two answers would have been fine for that. And then the last piece was to look at Lone Pine State Park. And I'm just going to go in here and go to find that address. Hit my scale bar. I'm going to turn off all of these, and I'm going to put on a different base map. So I want the try the topographic. Okay, and so the question was kind of what is the elevation? Let me see, what did I say exactly? The closest elevation in feet of Lone Pine State Park. And so when I look at Lone Pine State Park, I can actually see elevation contour lines. Here's the top of the park, so 3,713 feet. If you didn't zoom in, the map scales differently. So if you said 3,200 feet or 3,400 feet, you would have been correct on that one. And then I've included some good examples of the observation and the hypothesis. For this kind of work, one sentence observation is really not going to be enough to cover the material. I really want you to be able to spend some time looking at what's there and what isn't there and compare. So it would take a little bit more time, but most of you did a fantastic job.